Hello, guys. Today's story is M. The end of the world, I asked. My friend shrugged in response. I guess I haven't thought about the very final moment yet. He looked up at the sky. But I hope we don't feel anything. Yeah, I say, before trailing off. Somehow, at this moment, I felt awkward. This has never happened before. You would think that after knowing him for over a decade and being best friends with him for half of that, we would be able to have a conversation. But what else was there to say? He asks. Of course, that was fun. Even though the next day, Maybe tomorrow, I say. He let out a dry laugh. I looked out onto the city below. From the roof of the university, you can get a pretty good view of the whole town, right up until it hits the lake. On clear days, you could even see the outline of the capital across the water. Today wasn't one of those days. This was the spot that my friend and I always came up to. It's quiet, away from all the noise. Sitting up here, you felt like a bodiless spectator, watching the hubbub and rush of life below. The cars whizzed by, students ran to class, and people walked while being too busy to look up from their phones, scarcely aware of two teenagers staring down at them from the top of the university. But we weren't a part of that. While up here, we could be still. I had always found peace in that, and I assume he did too. Of course, today there wasn't anyone down below. No cars came and went, there were no classes to run to, and phones were not much more than expensive boxes nowadays. It was easy to get up here today. In the past, we had to be careful, as this area was off-limits to non-faculty members. We had to have one person boost the other on their shoulders so they could reach the ladder, and then the person on the ladder would lower a makeshift rope for the other. Today, however, the ladder was already down. Maybe I'll just jump, he said. I thought about this. Aren't you going to spend the last few hours with your family? Why not? I could spend it with my family, sure, but what's the point of that? We'd just sit around being sad, he lamented. This was supposed to be the last time we see each other, and we're barely talking. He paused, recollecting himself. I don't want this to be my last memory. I did not know what to say to this. I looked at him. Fear and sadness filled his eyes. I realized that this was the first time I had ever seen him like this, that for all these years I had never once seen him broken, or even sad and confused. I wondered how many times he had been sad during our friendship, and I had not noticed. I know I had been sad, but even though we were best friends, I never brought it up to him. It seemed easier in those moments. We were friends who did stupid shit together. Why make it serious? But now, I was lost. He was this big ocean, and I had only ever seen his surface. I never gave myself the chance to see the depths of him, the real him, and now it was too late. Can I really call myself his friend? Up until now, I had taken that for granted. But what is a friend if not someone who can rely on you, and you can rely on? Rely on for having fun and making memories, but also for helping you out of bad times. I had no idea what to say to him. I did not know how to help him, how to bring him through this bad time. My self-proclaimed best friend. He breathed a shaky breath in and stood up. Thank you for following our story today. If you want to see more, please like and subscribe.